Hiya! I think I'm ready to start. I think that's about all I got. As usual, let me know if there's anything drastically, terribly wrong with my title and stuff, because it should be fine. And to just click that again and make absolutely sure. Alright. It's good. Yep, that is exactly what I needed to do. Awesome. So, level 31 with Empress. Feeling pretty end game. Just need to find a few more flags and get myself all the way to the end. Oh, nice. Hi, Donka. You're not sleeping tonight? What's the occasion? Got yourself a free week?
Yeah, no.
I've got to return with the true relic. That's what I'm up to. 2 p.m. Monday, August 30th. I've got to return with the true relic. It's the deadline. I've just got to do it right now. Servant of the ancient gods will attempt to deceive those who seek the relics by way of the winds. 6 a.m. class. Oh. So you're gonna stay up and do your class and then maybe go to bed? That seems about right. Yeah. That makes sense. Merely assisting in preserving an important artifact for posterity. You missed a beat 'em up RPG. Did you? Oh, hey Clark. It's been a while, yeah. This is the beat 'em up RPG. Pretty much. 3-hour class at 6 a.m. is pretty rough. If you haven't slept all night. Best of luck with that. That's gonna be pretty rough. Okay. Yep. You beat up lots of monsters and get lots of loot in Dragon Mark for Death. Well, you get some loot, truthfully. I think the idea is quality over quantity. And yeah, I'm not like at the final boss right now, but like this is not the final mission. So to be fair, you have not missed like the entire game. This is just kind of the back end of it, I think, story-wise. There's also more stuff to do after the story, and I will probably be coming back to Dragon Mark for Death at some point in the future. That was dangerous. I just ate food I couldn't see. Gotta watch out. This blight mushroom, this poisons you. Poison's really, really dangerous in this game. So okay, let me slow down a bit. This game is mission-based, and there are a number of flags that you're supposed to find in the missions. I think I'm a high enough level to be able to get the necessary flags to be able to unlock the kind of the story final boss and beat it. But that doesn't mean I have them all or anything. Like, I'm not ready to go fight the final boss yet. It's not like I'm like 2 missions away from the end or anything. It's just I think that there's going to be about enough content for 1 or 2 streams. Also, yeah, if you eat food, you do just eat it immediately. Like if you go to pick up food. Okay, so actually the gimmick of this area is really, really cool, by the way. So there, if you zoom in the camera here, the open eye is like the good thing. So if I go over here, there's 2 directions with poisonous water. I already jumped in the water, so the cat's out of the bag. This water's not poisonous. The other water is poisonous, and it might be random each time, but I don't really know for sure. Also, there was actually kind of a Dragon Marked for Death veteran that tested the game really exhaustively. Showed up in chat before, sent me a guide, told me that these guys, the skeletons, they basically will arbitrarily revive on death. Certain ones of them are just flagged to respawn, which is a bit ridiculous, but oh well. So yeah, this game's a bit like Mega Man. You just go through it and beat up a bunch of stuff, and once you get to the end, it's a little bit like Castlevania Harmony of Despair, where you get like a couple of weapons and they might be useful. They might be good for your build. And as you get better gear, you can tackle missions at higher levels. You can repeat missions at higher levels and potentially get better gear. So, it's a little bit different from the usual format of action RPG, but it's basically an action RPG. Also, there are some very good characters in this game that I played with last stream. That might actually be worth checking out because I have some very good fun times with Warrior. Donka just reminded me. Seen this game compared to Mega Man ZX. I haven't played ZX all that much. I have very faint memories from a lot of years ago. So, but so this character basically just plays like Zero though, because you have your 3-round burst buster, you have your sword moves, except after your 3-hit sword combo, you can hit the bumper to do a big sword afterwards. It's basically a second combo finisher. If you do it without that, it has a very long windup. If you do it in the air, it comes out really fast and is slightly weaker. So there's like a decently interesting combo tech going on. It's not super complex, but it is good. So I think this one, I need to go right and then left. I think it's like the arenas. Oh no, it's poison again. There's definitely one of those where it's like an arena combat thing. Uh oh, I got frostbite. There's definitely one of these that has like a big arena, and one of them's easy and one of them's hard, and the eyes tell you which one is hard, basically. Just don't remember where that is. I played this game a fair few times. I probably played like 40 or 50 hours of it. So I was going into it pretty familiar with the gameplay. You did also miss Hollow Knight, but as far as I know, you haven't played it yet, and you're just not wanting to get spoiled, which is fair. It took me a bit of learning how to do like really good like stream graphical settings during Hollow Knight, so some bits of it probably don't look perfect, but it was still a very good time. Hollow Knight's just kind of an amazing game. God, I swear if I time it just right, I hit an enemy twice. It's like they get knocked back out of the sword swing. And then I move into them and they touch it again. Okay, yeah. So I got one chest key, and we're supposed to be like finding some special treasure here, right? So it's the second one on the left, right? If you don't check the mural, you might end up in a bad situation. I don't know that you fail the mission if you mess up and get the wrong chest, but filthy pelt. And then the key breaks. Is that really what they wanted? I definitely opened the right chest, yeah. Okay. So this game is also by Inti Creates, who has made, well, they made Mega Man Zero. I'm pretty sure they made Mega Man ZX and everything as well. So. Do I play Pokemon games? Not generally, like I have, but I don't like make a habit of it. It's a very occasional thing. I've played some off-brand, like Pokemon, like Monster Sanctuary is kind of an off-brand Pokemon game. It's not as cute, the designs aren't as memorable, but it has amazing combat. That's my take. That portal, by the way, I think is the exit. I might remember the flag for this mission. I think this mission does have a flag. I think you go all the way to that arena, you fight all the enemies, you hit the switch, and then you come up here. This is actually really terribly misrepresentative of the game. Because the obscure secrets are not the best part of Dragon Mark for Death. I come all the way up here and fight this guy. And this guy is cool. This guy is the best part of Dragon Mark for Death. I've already tired of these pathetic grave robbers' souls. Oh, the purple mushrooms are the only thing that enemies can drop that can hurt you. To be fair. And if you zoom in on them, it might say that it's a might mushroom, which makes it a super strong healing item, so there's that at least. But it is a little annoying. I do understand that. I've already tired of these pathetic grave robbers' souls. I'm ready for a free real meal. Oh, right, that's all you got. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna let him attack some, because... Oh god, it's poison. Here's this really sweet laser sword. I actually really like this boss. Not that he's like ultra thrilling at all times, and I actually probably could kill him during that, but he's just got really cool mechanics. Oh god, he's reversed my controls. Okay, we're good. Oh, poison. Oh, great. Oh, now I'm poisoned and everything. Oh, I like his actual moves, but I'm not good at them. Make no mistake. Oh god. Like, they all have a very clear method to dodge them. But, I'm not good at it yet. I really like his moves a lot. Oh, the 1 damage means he missed. I can only hope your soul is worthy when we next meet. Oh, my soul is plenty worthy, dude. Okay. Because this game has missing in it for some reason, and I have an absurd amount of agility. Because agility kind of functions as an offensive and a defensive stat. So, there's a lot of complexity going on in this game. There's a lot to explain. It's got very weird math, I'll put it that way. Inti Creates is very good at Mega Man. Their math is weird. That's basically what's going on. Wielding power fed by the souls of all creation, those moons waged war for the control of our world. The long war found a victor. The victorious moon became known as the Celestial and was revered. The vanquished moon was called the Astral Dragon and was detested. A little bit of catch up, but your character is a descendant, or I believe descended from the Astral Dragon. So everybody hates you. Because you lost the war at some point in the past. Well, you didn't, but, you know. Your blood lost the war. Okay, so yeah, if there's a damage number that is gray, it means that the attack basically missed. It's a fumble, and if your agility is too far below your opponent's agility, you are more likely to fumble. If damage numbers are blue, it actually means the attack is magical, meaning that it cannot miss. Magic can't miss, but its damage can be halved. That's kind of the weird, like the oddities of the math. Also, my fire gun here can set enemies on fire. Enemies that are on fire Intercreates has weird status effects. Being on fire means you take 50% more physical damage, which I think is not entirely inaccurate. But all of my attacks are physical damage, so this is a very simple playstyle. Also, I forgot to show the coolest move. You know. Also, yeah, we're basically kind of part of the lower class. We're a heathen as far as everybody's concerned, but we're kind of born into it, so it's really bad. Everybody who looks down on you. Fire is not a DOT. The only DOT in the game is poison. It's so weird. You know what, actually? Hold on. I do not know what this is going to do to the stream, but I'm going to change something real quick. Alright. So I don't know if you just skipped ahead 15 seconds or something, but basically now my responses should be a lot more immediate. I don't know how the delay thing works, but... A true magical relic of Lightus. We just got some crappy cloth, dude. Why do you care? I never dreamed we would find something of this caliber. This is a major discovery. Ah, it's this man. This guy's a Celestial. The Celestials also look pretty messed up. Oh, he's gonna shoot tornadoes at me. Test response. Test. Well, I guess that answers it. I read that message as soon as I saw it. So, you may need to refresh before the change in delay happens. But I implemented the delay because my internet was giving me trouble at one point. I want to just try to make sure the experience is smooth. I stress out a little bit if it says I'm dropping frames, so I make adjustments to accommodate for that and make things a bit better for people. It's been a bit of experimentation. Donka is about to be surprised. I was setting that on fire. You do no damage to that thing. Ooh, Purifying Bracelet. Gives a lot of piety. Yeah, every mission has a time limit. The time limit's not really a big deal. Donka just refreshed. Nice. Basically, the time limit is super long. Oh, sorry, Donka. Also, yeah, if the Dragon Blood clan brings down a Celestial, even then people are not happy about it. Is there supposed to be do you mean game audio? Let me check. There is supposed to be game audio and you should be hearing it. OBS is broadcasting it at least. Okay, cool. Stream muted itself. I have no idea. Maybe it had something open in a tab and the browser did something weird. I have no idea. Alright, cool. Yep. Smack me if I ever get like that. Alva, you're a good person. Oh, the relic broke during the fight. You look really cool when you're fighting. You spend most of the time in this game getting badgered by people for being a member of the Dragonblood clan. Whenever somebody finally tells you that you look cool, that's just a really good feeling. Also, yeah, whenever you said I was doing like no damage, my dragon cannon thing just isn't going to do much damage. It's basically there to set things on fire. That's kind of my strategy. You can see I do about 1500 damage to the dummy with my combo finishers. 1700? Jeez. Oh, agility also factors into how many times you hit the enemy, which is invisible, but it's like a classic Final Fantasy type thing. Hitting the enemy multiple times basically gives you a damage multiplier. I always hit 5 times because my agility is way higher than it probably should be. Okay, let's check out some more missions. So okay, I got the flag. See, so there's 3 flags there, 3 flags there. Door maintenance. I know, right, Donka? Okay, so yeah, missions do gradually just escalate in terms of level 1, 10, 20, 35. I might be able to clear this mission, but it might be, Oh, right. Yeah, I was saying the time limit's not a big deal. 50 minutes, 35 minutes, 25 minutes. It gradually gets lower the higher the difficulty level of the mission, but it's plenty of time to clear it. And you have a lot of time for the easier version, so you can explore, learn where everything is, and then your higher level missions are kind of speedruns. It's ultimately not that big of a deal. It seems like the worst it gets is it halves. I think at launch the time limit was a lot worse, but I was not playing the game at launch. I don't think killing anybody would earn any respect. Yeah, retry cost goes down if you die. It's, I'll get into a mission and show you. Defeat the bandit? No thanks. Not right now. No, not that. No. What do I need to do? They come from hell? I'll do this one. This seems good. Here we go. Although the gate is now sealed, I sense a lingering power. Truth be told, it has only grown stronger since you arrived. This place is a crossroads between worlds. Souls of the dead can lose their way, and their worldly grudges turn them into evil spirits. Those evil spirits seem to be reacting to your presence. Alright. Oh god. I don't remember this mission. It's all these portals that... Can I just ignore them? I guess I can. Yeah, the green gauge at the bottom is the retry gauge. Basically, if you die 4 times, you lose. You fail the mission. Or if you run out of time, you fail the mission. If you're in multiplayer, the amount that the gauge goes down on death depends apparently on the level of your gear. Your relative power level. Also, this might be a teleport maze, actually. I was thinking those went to, like, battle arenas. I'm actually going to check the portals. I've never played this game multiplayer. I'm going to warp. Yeah, it seems like that. Seems like this might be a teleport maze. Well, Q level is quest level. So it's like, roughly the level that the enemies are scaled to. I'm level 31, the quest level is 20, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm honestly probably a bit overpowered. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate courage by just walking across the bridge. I get the feeling I need to just go to the end, but I'm gonna just walk it. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, these guys die pretty quick because I'm above the quest level. Basically. I'm above the quest level, I have good gear for my level, so I just have a lot of stats. You can actually see these guys have stats like 11, 14, 28, 14, 8. 11, 14, 28, 14, 8. And my stats are quite a lot higher. 35, 51, 11, 21, 21, 14. Even my Buster would do a lot of damage to him. A decent amount. About on par. Piety affects attacks made with your dragon limbs. So, my piety is a bit higher, so I do an okay amount of damage. These swarms of flies are kind of wild to me. Int doesn't do anything for this character. Not really. Intelligence affects magic damage and also gives you a chance to have quarter or worse enemy magic damage. So like if you were hit by magic damage, if you pass the int check, then their damage is halved, then halved, then halved, then halved, repeatedly, until you start failing him. Let me know, by the way, if the game audio is ever overpowering me. It should not be, but I can easily adjust that if it ever becomes necessary. It should be like maybe like half my volume or a third of my volume. Approximately. I wish to pay special attention to making my stream as watchable as possible. Perhaps as listenable as possible. As the case may be. So there are other characters. If I do end up pulling out any of the other characters, then the stream may not reach the final boss. Yeah. Oh, actually, I should show you this character, this weapon. So there are 2 weapon types for each character, basically, or for some characters. And Empress has small swords, which are like rapiers and daggers. So basic grounded attack is a rapid thrust thing. And you can also do this charged up thrust. The charged up thrust charges faster the more consecutive quick thrust attacks that you land. You can also do this spin attack in the air. And apparently you can make this bounce you up into the air, and then you can proceed with a combo from there. Like if it hits an enemy, the big sword slash in the air. Also, if you fire your gun in midair, you can maneuver. It's pretty cool. And it has like a backstep attached to it. Still very powerful with this weapon. So, it's really good. So I think you would like Empress specifically with small swords. This seems like your jam. Look how busted this is. It's complete nonsense. All of your attacks multi-hit with this. It's insane. So I think also the there is a big brute guy. Donka can tell you all about how awesome he is. Although I'm told he falls off later, technically. Oh. He's breathing dragons at me, by the way. Look at him go. By the way, whenever you deal enough damage to the boss, the smash ball appears. And you can pick this up and it helps. I'm told. Check it out! Just big old dragon comes out and blows up the whole screen. And this guy's going to die from it, but it doesn't really do all that much damage. To truth be told. I forget if this mission has a flag. Might not. You get Mega Man Zero art. Heck yeah. Also, yeah, pardon me a bit for skipping through the quest endings, but basically you get money, you get experience. It's fairly standard. Heard of the revolt in Marleus. Still, it is hard to believe that the soul of its leader haunted us. Right. So yeah, that guy, he resented me killing him. Yeah. We fought him in a previous stream. Okay. That's all we got. Okay, so actually, I will take a momentary break to from progressing. Oh, you also get infinite DP. There's like a blue gauge that determines how often, for instance, I can shoot my gun. Whenever you pick up the smash ball. That's the actual cool thing about it. So, okay. You like fast and slashy, right? Or if you do like fast and slashy, maybe Shinobi will be cool. So I'm going to show a little bit of what Shinobi's all about. If you ever played Gunvolt, this will look a little familiar. You get the big shuriken, you get some little shurikens, you get this big dash, and while you're glowing with the dash, you are invulnerable to enemy attacks. You can also perform a glide, and you have a double jump. Now, the real star of the show, the reason why I said this might remind you of Gunvolt, if you dash into an enemy, you'll flag them like that. You'll like mark them with this cursor, and you'll just be able to slash them from any distance. And you have your own dedicated combo. You can also do that if you want. That's pretty much his whole moveset. If you're locked onto an enemy, you can also throw homing shurikens at them. Yep. This that guy. This guy is the warrior. Big swordy guy, and you probably won't like him, but he has this very slow attack, but you can chain it into a like a shoulder bash and slash several times. You also have Berserk, which will increase your power. You can also charge up your attack and do a big smash that deals like literally 1,000 damage. And if you enter full-on Dragon Rage, your next attack will deal even more damage. This guy just does a lot of damage. Now the really cool thing about him is if you have a charge attack, you're in Berserk and you hold down and release your charge, this happens. And the nature of that attack changes based on the element of your character. You can change the element of your character, which drastically changes their behavior. And in particular, actually... Gary might have even posted it in general. Yeah, I think he did. So I'll post this here in the Twitch chat. So this is the wind one, which I think we saw last time I played this game, last Friday. The wind one is very good. It's very, very strong. Just emotionally. Also, I need to grab that command again real quick. Okay, cool. So yeah, I just really quickly wanted to show off a little bit of Warrior. Normally he has an axe, and his axe is very slow, and you have to get to like level 20 to be able to equip a sword. Or 10, actually. It's not even that bad. So, it could be annoying in that regard. And here's the witch. It's so good. So the witch, if you press the attack button, you shoot this. It's not particularly good. And all of your other buttons basically do nothing. You don't have a way to move faster or whatever. But you have a bunch of spells. For instance, if you channel and cast XB, you can make a platform. And this is the only way you have to move higher as Witch. Which is very immobile, but has some very powerful nukes that she can cast. So the incantation is like you press right bumper to enter this mode, and then you push any face button 4 times to get the basic version of the spell. You can also press A, Y, A, Y, A, Y, A, Y, and you'll get a more powerful version of the spell. Warrior has like no mobility, but very high damage numbers. He also has a guard though. The warrior does have a guard. I didn't really show that much because Fire Warrior's guard is very bad. But he is very powerful, but he is definitely the slow but strong archetype. You probably wouldn't like it. Back to Witch, you have AX, AY, AB, and that transforms your spell into a homing spell. I can create a very big homing spell if I want. And that is concentrated spell, which makes your spell deal more damage. And every element has like its own variation of each one, which I think is super cool. That said, Witch is very complicated and is also among the hardest characters to play as, so... your best characters might well be Empress and Shinobi, or some of the secret characters down here that I don't have yet. If you like getting around levels collect, you're gonna love Shinobi. Shinobi's mobility... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Shinobi can wall jump. Shinobi... There's basically nowhere Shinobi can't go, barring certain blockades that only the warrior can destroy. There's basically nowhere Shinobi cannot go. No, not Dragon's Charm. Was there a character that had Punch Glove? Do you mean like just a character that's like a martial artist? I don't think so. I don't think that there's like a martial artist character in this game. I'm gonna need to do pillar maintenance, I think. Collect the components necessary for the carpenter to finish his repairs. Bandit, I think, uses like a knife or something. Bandit's actually cool because he fills an archetype that a lot of characters don't really fill in these kinds of games, where he's an artificer. He digs up or steals relics and then uses them on enemies, and they do tons of damage. So he's quite good. Bandit's really cool thematically. He is actually pretty swift as well. I've heard that he's one of the best scaling characters. Okay. Place is crawling with monsters, what do you know? Can't just walk away from a job. My carpenter's pride's on the line. Alright. And Oracle is the other character that is hidden, which she uses great swords. Which Warrior, you know, I think maybe whenever she was added, Warrior was given great swords, quite possibly, in that update. Though I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've browsed the patch notes. The big thing about Oracle, though, is she's all about maintaining a bunch of different buffs. So among those buffs, she gets a buff that summons additional greatswords that attack after she attacks with her regular greatswords, which is frankly awesome, and you should have it up all the time. But she has a bunch of other buffs, including like one that allows you to perform an additional jump, and there's a short glide after you perform that jump. Things like that are very, very cool about Oracle. Also, there's wind here. It's a Mega Man game. I think every Mega Man game's got a little bit of wind in it. Damn. Crush him. The Oracle also has some magic, but she's not as well versed in it as Witch is. So the Oracle is kind of just a big multi-class character. She has a whole bunch of different things you can do. Also, there's one thing I didn't show about the Witch, but the Witch has an ability to White Barrier means I can't go that way. The Witch has an ability that allows her to basically recast the same spell that you've made the inputs for over and over and over again. It is actually ridiculously powerful, but it drains your the blue gauge. It drains that so fast. They can reach 6 digits. Nice. Donka, that is very important information. Thank you for letting me know. I like big damage numbers in contrast with like rapid fire smaller ones. So that there is a character that is based on high damage numbers, or like Monster Hunter has Greysword, you know. I've never really looked up like the top end of this game and what the top end is like. Like I don't know how big the damage goes in this. Like for any character really at all. I think I might have looked at top end warrior footage and was like, wait, how can you defeat the boss in a reasonable span of time? And the answer to that is 6-digit damage numbers, I suppose. Just wasn't really paying attention. Oh, check out the minimap, by the way. It stops moving. Up there it goes. Despite the elevator's motion. Just a weird trick that they do to make the map a bit more readable, I guess. Which I think is interesting. Alright, crush them all. So there's a really weird thing about this game's business model. Which was that on Nintendo Switch, they wanted to like make the game more affordable a little bit. So they made 2 versions of the game. They made 2 versions of the game that had that each had 2 different characters. And then I think Oracle was like free, basically. Like if you unlocked Oracle, then you had her. Regardless of the version, that each had 2 characters. And one was like the simple characters, so Empress and Warrior, and then one was Shinobi and Witch, the more advanced characters. And I think whenever I was like looking at the Nintendo Switch version, I was thinking that I really liked the idea of playing Shinobi, but I really liked the aesthetics of Empress, and it was kind of unfortunate. But it's okay, because if you get it on PC, then you just have all the characters, you don't have to worry about it. Although I think it is more expensive, kind of. Also, no, I hear you. If this game wasn't a platformer RPG, I wouldn't necessarily care as much about mobility. I understand that. That is perfectly sensible. I completely understand. When I was playing, you should just get the PC version. I'm on the PC version. Maybe we'd be able to play at some point. Might be cool. I just wouldn't be able to stream it, but I'm not against it. Might be able to try it, but anyway, what was I saying? Right, whenever I was playing Warrior, I was definitely agonizing over not having very much mobility, but it is the kind of thing that, like, it becomes your character's role. So if you're what is Empress's mobility? Her mobility is what I showed earlier, where you equip a small sword, and then you can just propel yourself around by using gunfire, like that. So you can kind of climb up using that, or you can cross longer distances. You also have the grapple that I've been using. Those are both exclusive to Empress. I was saying something about roles. Shinobi's role, kind of, is scouting. Like, Shinobi is ostensibly the scout. Shinobi's job is to get to the treasure chests that nobody else knows how to reach. You know, that kind of thing. Or just rushing ahead and maybe killing some enemies to clear the path for everybody else, or whatever. Like, that's kind of what Shinobi is about. Shinobi is also something of a dodge tank. Just given there are ways, given your dash has iframes, basically. Shinobi's kind of a dodge tank in that you can redirect attacks kind of towards you and then just iframe them. Shinobi's just genuinely probably like the coolest character if you like mobility. What does this do? I guess I can't go up anyway. It's fine. Right, there are some enemies that inflict a control reversing status ailment. Watch out for that. It's going to drive you insane. Everybody hates those. I'm assuming that you are no different. I'm not even talking to a specific person, by the way. Just genuinely watch out. Your controls are gonna get ruined. This place was made with some old magic stuff, so I need magic stuff to fix it. One red element, one purple element, one blue element, one green element. Yeah, that's basically the mode switching thing. That is basically the only fact I know about Mega Man ZX. I actually do have like Mega Man ZX on emulator on standby because I know some friends who are super into those games and just super into Mega Man in general. So I was thinking, oh yeah, maybe I'd do like a Discord stream for them or something, but I never really got around to that. Still have it though, so I could play it at some point. All I really remember about Mega Man ZX is there was like a ninja outfit that had shurikens as its primary attack, and younger me found that concept so cool that you were playing a Mega Man game, that I was playing a Mega Man Zero game and didn't have a sword. I never said my logic was good. I never said that it made sense. Younger me, after all. But, you know, I thought the Ninja Stars were super cool. Alright, repairs are finished. Let's get out of here, I think. Yes, I think. Yeah, there are no flags here, right? I'm not gonna, like, get completely ruined. I've heard CX Advent has, like, ridiculous, transformations though. Like I think one of them is like a super big green tank guy or something, which is really cool. I feel astonishingly old phrasing things this way. I think one of them's a super big tank guy. Alright, we're done here. I couldn't have done it without your help. How'd you like to become a carpenter? I'm looking for an apprentice. Of course not. Just kidding. You got your own business to take care of, right? Alright, cool. So there's, it's actually a game, I was looking at this sword and reminded myself of a game that I played over the course of the past couple days. And I've basically already beaten it. But I played Boyfriend Dungeon, which I think had a bit of controversy to it. And it was pretty fun. It's a very weird game. It's kind of a dating sim where you wield the people that you date. But also it can just be platonic. You can just be hanging out and just be friends. It depends on your dialogue choices. If you would prefer to just be friends, you can do that. There's also a cat. Just in case you don't want friends, you don't want a relationship, and all you want is a pet, you could just befriend the cat. It's just kind of a cute game. Uos Tower has existed for eons and is believed to contain murals dating to the Age of the Gods. Climb Uos Tower and seek the truth behind its legends. When you arrive at the truth, you must clear away all divine clouds to halt the unceasing downpour. Oh, I think this is kind of an interesting one. The other thing that makes Boyfriend Dungeon a bit of a misnomer is that it's very open to the idea of you can be male, female, non-binary, and there are people who are male, female, non-binary that you can date, and you're really under no restriction who you can hang out with, or you can just hang out with the cat. It doesn't matter. It's just kind of a very open, kind of a refreshingly open-ended dating game, which I really appreciated. So I think we're fighting these guys now. So this mission I think might have the last flag that I need. Oh no, I'm slower. Funny you should ask about harnessing the power of sword lesbians, but I think that's basically allowed in Boyfriend Dungeon. Again, like I said, it's a bit of a misnomer. First female character you meet is a dagger though, so there's a little asterisk there. It's not quite a sword. A little bit smaller than a sword. She's basically who I stuck with the entire game. So there's also like a K-pop star, and there's oh yeah, right. The game also has a massive creep in it. So if you don't like massive creeps who send texts to you that are sort of stalkery, the game has a bit of a warning about that, and it's not wrong. So that is definitely kind of an odd thing that it's in it. But the whole game was generally pretty charming, and I enjoyed it. I was kind of like, oh, maybe I should stream it, but then I thought about like just latent thoughts I had about like, oh, but would I really want to put like Persona on my stream list? Persona 3 Portable was a game I was playing in Discord streams, and once I started this up, I was thinking, well, could I continue that on Twitch? Like, I don't really know. Frankly, I'm worried about Tartarus. You know what I mean? Like the dungeon crawling that's kind of innately repetitious. I don't know that he is a weapon, but I did not interact with him very much at all. I interacted with him once and then told him to stay away from me for the rest of the game. I don't think he is a weapon though. Whenever I asked, he indicated that he ran like a blacksmith shop or something. So like he was making weapons that weren't people, which if he is the stalker, there might have been something I missed. If he is the stalker guy, and he is pretty stalkery, maybe the idea is that he likes manufacturing real weapons and wants to keep you from ever dating people weapons. And there's like a weird like exclusionary behavior towards people that are weapons. But really, they don't get too serious about that at all, so... I think there's more story to the game that I haven't seen yet. Because there were also, like, story things hinting at, me needing to, what was it? I always find it a little hard to find my words sometimes. Right, there were story implications that people were just randomly getting kidnapped, their blades getting broken, and then they get sent to the dungeon. Like, there was, like, a plot point about that, and I never got to the point where that was fully explained, where, like, I figured out who was doing this all along. I theorize it's the jealous stalker blacksmith guy, but I don't know for sure. I'm actually reasonably confident it's the stalker blacksmith guy, to be honest, but... Anyway, I did have a good time with that. It's on Game Pass in the event that anybody here has Xbox Game Pass. You can try it out. So, if you've already got it, that's how I played it. It is fairly short. There were some reviews that were like, well, the game kind of feels a little incomplete, and I wish the community wasn't so like vicious about the game that I couldn't offer this criticism. And I mean, I agree. As much as I really liked the game and I really commend what it was doing, it did feel a bit incomplete. It felt a bit short. It felt a bit small. Like, there are only 2 dungeons, I think, from what I've heard. And I'm in the second dungeon. I'm like towards the end of the second dungeon. So it's like, okay, well, I guess I've almost beaten the game. I don't really want to date any of the other characters, no matter how much everyone else is okay with it. So, I don't know. No, I think the game is super good nonetheless. It's just, I think the thing is that the developers were making a very ambitious game. So, like, it being short isn't really a bad thing. It just means they were doing a lot, and all of the things that they were putting together, including, like, partially voice-acted cutscenes and stuff. There are, like, anime transformation sequences for every dateable character. Like, it's pretty well produced. It's a pretty well produced, well-handled game. Given all the stuff that they put together for it, I don't blame them at all on it being kind of short. It was a very ambitious project. Other stuff I've been kind of... what have you guys been playing lately, actually? I've been talking a lot about what I've been playing, but... I'll extend that courtesy. I'm always curious to hear about that. Something I was thinking of playing was Octopath Traveler. Because I played Bravely Default 2, and I just enjoyed that so much. I played the demo like twice. The dragons weren't named until the war was over. History is written by the victors. That is very annoying. Or, annoying? Interesting. Brain just shut off there for a split second. It is annoying that the astral dragons are considered the bad guys because they lost. But it wasn't the good dragon that won, it's that the dragon that won was the good one. History is written by the victors has been something that has been increasingly relevant. It's been becoming increasingly relevant as time passes. It's becoming increasingly clear that that history is written by the good guys. Or not written by the good guys, but holy crap. Again, I'm saying literally wrong things. History is written by the people who won, who are not necessarily the good guys. This is the part of the game where I have to stand on a platform. Okay. This is where one of the flags is. You have to climb all the way up here, and hey look, it's more lore. Words of an ancient language are carved into the wall. You are somehow able to read the writing. Long ago, the Celestial promised to ensure the existence of humans in exchange for our faith. Until then, the Celestial has ushered in an age of prosperity. So at least the Celestials are like giving people stuff, but also it's oppressive. However, it is not true that humanity existed long before that time with no such faith. Is it not? Yeah. Is it not true that humanity has existed without need for the Celestials? Yeah, exactly. Therefore, what is the true nature of this divine entity? Through faith, the Celestial enriches our souls. Through destruction, the astral dragon consumes them. What is it that truly separates the two? It is our destiny as humans to always seek the truth. That was basically just saying that both of the dragons suck, I think. It wasn't that the good dragon one is sense. You know what Empress has as mobility? The wind at her back! Oh, that doesn't make it. That really doesn't make it. Oh, you said until, but it was since. Thank you. I don't actually exactly remember what I was saying there. What was the sentence? Man. I'm a little bit frustrating to myself. I will take your word for it. I'd like to hear, like the sentence I was trying to say too. So I don't even remember. Right, it was the lore. Okay. Here's to Nitrous. This guy's pretty sweet. Maybe I'll do this mission at a higher level and just double check and make sure, because it's going to drive me crazy now. Alright, has the passage of time made you forget about our pact? Envoy of the Celestial Primatus, Pawn of the Astral Dragon, have you come to seek the truth as well? Indeed, there may be a sliver of truth to be found hidden in this tower. Yeah, I found it. However, it is knowledge beyond the grasp of humans. You have no need of it. All that is required of you is faith. With faith, you will be protected by our blessing. No sense. Oh, I remember what you were what I was saying then. Right, I remember the lore. We've existed since long before the astral or the Celestials' existence, right? So do we really need them, kind of thing. Is that what it was? Is that the part, or was it before that? It might have been before that. I think I remember correcting myself there. It's weird short-term memory stuff that happens whenever I'm like in the moment right now. In the stream, my brain goes into a different mode and shuts out all of that. So I end up easily forgetting things like that. I'm always receptive to the information mind. It's just, sometimes I lose it. All that is required of you is faith. If you still wish to fight against our benevolence, I will grant you a peaceful slumber right here. Alright. Playing a melee character in this fight is, I think, really annoying. But Nitrous does not have a lot of health. I actually really liked Nitrus's design, even though it is completely ridiculous. The Celestials look insane, and I think that that's awesome. Is this a living dressmaker's dummy? Quite possibly. Looks like it still has half the dress, too. Giant's ring. Right. So perhaps surprisingly... Oh, okay. Hurry! Seal the tower! You managed to make it out? What the hell happened in there? Oh, it's okay. The Celestials are just killing people. Right, I guess the reason why people are also jerks to you is because they're super devout to the somewhat oppressive Celestials. The oppressively lawful Celestials. So they can't show kindness to you, or else they'll get smited. Learning things like we don't need the Celestials to be able to exist would be a threat to their bottom line, right? But at the same time, the Astral Dragon is also the god of destruction, as the mural implied. So seems you really made it. The first time we met, didn't you say you needed to meet with the Divine Family for some reason? You've made such a name for yourself, I bet you could get an audience now if you wanted. There we go. And I think that's the reward for getting all the flags. We are the Chaotic Astral. We've just been destroying everything this entire time. Alright, let's see. Elixirs. Cool. Alright. So I believe that now we're going to have Soul Vessel. Not the final mission, but you need all the flags to get access to this mission. 3, 6, 7, 8. You need all 8. This is a level 25 mission that rewards 30,000 gold. You gotta defeat the boss. The Divine King has finally granted you an audience. Achieve your revenge. The King's trusted guardian is said to have mastered forbidden lost magics and wield a sword large enough to split the ground asunder. Once we kill that guardian, we will have achieved revenge. By the way, the Dragonblood clan was completely wiped out in the tutorial quest, so that's what we're achieving revenge for. I'm sure you could have perhaps guessed based on the direction the story kind of came from. You should feel honored to be permitted here. For this occasion, we will forget the conflict between the Celestial and Astral Dragon. We welcome you as one who has devoted oneself to the kingdom, and gladly accept your sacrifices. Divine King Medius awaits you. Use this teleportation glyph to reach him. Alright. Oh, Vaseth is still here. I think basically, I think the main clan is just like the first 5 characters, and then the 6th character is from a different origin story, but I don't really remember the bandits' origin story. I think the idea is, depending on which character you pick, they are the last survivor of the Dragon Clan and get extra power from the Astral Dragon, who I forgot his name, Atrum. Be not hasty, Vaseth. Return to our side. So, you are the one who desired an audience with us. We are the 14th head of the Medius Divine Family, Duchess Medius. We have heard your story, that you are a survivor of the Dragonblood clan. It was to secure the future of the kingdom that we ordered the attack on your village. Now then, Dragonblood, what is it you desire? You ask about the location of the Dragonblood clan's oracle, Amica. The oracle is the 5th playable character. So she got taken away. She was one of the people who wasn't murdered in the Dragonblood clan. Oh ho ho, I suppose there is no reason to keep it from you. However, since you went to so much trouble simply for an answer to your question, we have prepared some entertainment first. Oh, what a bastard. Just in case you didn't want to feel bad about killing him. This water moves you. Slight conveyor belt effect. So this is a situation where Empress and Shinobi are required to work together, because Shinobi can't actually climb up there. But Shinobi also can't get rid of those pegs. That's a grapple exclusive maneuver. Also, this music is kind of from the early part of the game. I keep thinking I'm playing Hollow Knight, and I really want to, like, pogo. Oh, that's a mimic. That makes it easier. I just really want to pogo off of this scythe, though. What is that called? I guess it's just a swinging blade. Yeah, did I mention this is the music from the first level? We heard a lot of this last stream. You can open things with one character and then stay for the others when you... Ow. This is a co-op game. So, like, if... I don't think the doors stay open from, like, mission to mission, but you would be bringing in a team of those two characters to be able to take that alternate path. That's what would be happening there. There's lots of stuff that requires specific characters to get through, and in co-op, everybody gets all the loot, so I mean, there's no reason not to work together. I think the way single player does it is it doesn't, unfortunately. I don't think you really get to do all the alternate routes. It's just multiplayer exclusive content, which I don't find to be the biggest deal in the world, but oh god. I do so much damage. I played Little Big Planet. I'm a little bit used to just not being able to go to places because I am one person. Little Big Planet has a similar sort of thing going on, where there are 2, 3, or 4 player exclusive sections. Just gonna go over here and let that happen. That said, there might be like an obscure solution that I just can't figure out, but I'm pretty sure you just kind of gotta you gotta be content with not being able to do everything in single player. Oh right, this door key is not for this door, it's for this door. No, it's for this. There it is. You joked about the teleporter maze, Clark, but it's here. It's just the key door maze. It's another key. What's over here? Ah, an openable door. Let's go. Key hyphen door maze, not key door, as if there are doors that require keys and doors that do not. Which, I mean, I guess in video games there are, but... I'm honestly doing a really bad job. I'm just getting hit everywhere. Okay, there we go. It's not that bad of a job. The enemies just do a lot of damage. I haven't gone out of my way to raise my defenses at all. I'm all about the damage. It's a dorky maze. A ditzy maze. An absolute goddamn shameful failure of a maze. Given it's a completely linear path. The only thing that makes it a maze is that you can walk up to a door, try your key, and it doesn't work. Which really is not much at all like a maze, if we're honest. It's like, oh no, I've disorganized my keyring too much. Oh, this will be inconvenient. It might take a couple minutes to get into my apartment. Whatever will I do? Oh god. Okay, that might have actually poisoned me. Good. The herbs, by the way, will actually cure the respective status ailment. So purple cures the purple status ailment, which is poison. Most of the food just heals you. Some of it gives you buffs and also heals you. We're almost to the end. Red herbs cure burn. Green herbs cure confusion. I think the yellow herbs might be the most pointless ones, because though they cure paralysis, you're unlikely to kill things and get drops of yellow herbs while paralyzed, because you can't attack while paralyzed. You can't sprint or attack while paralyzed, so you'd have to get paralyzed while already standing on an anti-paralyze herb. So, not the most useful thing in the world. I think we were basically in a chapel just now. Yeah, and we're gonna lower this little, I'm going to choose to believe that's a chandelier. It is nothing like a chandelier, but you know. Status effects do wear off over time. Yeah. Luck might even affect status effect duration, I'm not 100% sure. Here's the boss, by the way. Damn right. Your soul has surely been strengthened greatly in battle. It will be perfect for the rite. Now let us begin. Commence the rite to claim the celestial power left behind by the magic kingdom of Lightus. Offer the soul of the dragon blood, burning with vengeance from the celestial to the soul vessel. We shall become a god amongst men and unite the land. Through this battle, the rite will be completed. Go forth, Vaseth. The time has come for your soul to reach its zenith. The zenith of one's soul. Oh god. Yeah, that move is a move I always forget, but if he impales his glaive onto the ground there, you need to be very careful. Oh, that's lightning. That's poison. I'm gonna eat some elixirs and run over here. Oh, you're really gonna make me dodge like this? Oh, lord. Oh, get over. Die! Vaseth has finally been dispatched. For real. I still think that fight's awesome. It's just kind of tricky. Cool. Brooch of Integrity. Oh, this is actually pretty decent. It's okay. Plus 20% all status resistance. Blue Sky Amulet. Divine damage and physical damage taken reduced. Healing items become AoE. Oh, that's actually a really cool effect. Aggro plus 25%. They're aggro accessories. You can go for the aggro build if you like. Bravery Ring just gives a lot of strength. Alright. Ready for the twist? It's the Oracle! She was inside the armor all along. Now you will receive your answer. She's right there! Cool. And so the celestial rite has been completed. The soul vessel Vaseth has received the final sacrifice. The Dragonblood Oracle's soul. Forged by the flames of vengeance, the strength of your own soul has made it possible. We now offer the soul to the Celestial. This soul, bathed in hatred, rage, despair, and sadness, call forth the Celestial. Kind of feels like the plot just started. Nothing escapes us. We see the corrupt nobles flattering their way into our graces, planning to usurp us. He's getting gradually larger. If I just sit here, does he keep going? Is he... He's continuing to grow still, right? He might have capped. He might have hit the cap of his growth. Okay. We see our own vassals foolishly wagging their tails for other nations. It'd be amazing if he kept getting big. Imagine he got so big that it turned out he was so far off screen that the game was like, oh, we shouldn't be rendering this guy anymore, and he just disappears. His face just covers the entire screen moments before he flickers out of existence. But power will never betray us. We will cede nothing. It will be ours. The Fallen Kingdom's magic matches the Celestial's power? No, no more. Knowledge keeps coming, overtaking consciousness. Any more and we can't. Our soul will be crushed. We never asked for this. No more. Oh, he grows more with each dialogue box. I don't know. It's hard to tell. He's grown too much. No more. Help me. I will not help you. We are the Celestial, Primatus. Foolish human, thou hast given thyself to greed. Thou sought wisdom and power to no end. The Magic Kingdom followed the same misguided path. Our wisdom and power existed before creation. It is not for thy short-lived body to contain. Know that obtaining power beyond thine world will serve only to destroy thine own body. Sinner of the Astral Dragon's clan, thine oracle's soul is trapped for eternity between life and death. She shall likely never wake. Our power, which the divine family soon once possessed, has now vanished. Soon this place shall crumble. Thou best take thine oracle and leave here. Live on and show thy body to the world. Know that the form thou dost carry is proof of humanity's folly. Alaberdino. That is some sensual ancient speak. All right, well, so much for that. It's so funny that we're just back to the happy, peaceful music, but don't worry. By the way, if you want to know what elixirs are, they heal 70, elixir plus 1 heals 75% HP and nullifies all statuses for 60 seconds. They're quite good. I carry a full inventory of those because they do everything. Alright. Ganado. Marked for death? See, Soul Vessel unlocked Marked for Death. It was not optional at all. Defeat somebody. Your revenge is complete. Return to your village to honor the fallen Dragonblood Oracle. We're not done. The Celestial has brought judgment unto the king, and thou hast returned with the oracle's remains. Thy journey for revenge seems to be at an end, and thus our goals have also been met. Now it is time for our vengeance. Loathsome Celestial, we shall teach thee in the ways of the dragon blood. Thou art ever so conceited, as if to be the one true deity in all creation. Thou needest the stark reminder of the age of first creation and our long war. Dragonblood clan, that scar is no mark of folly. Enter the den of the astral dragon. There thou shalt learn of thy true role. Atrium's Den is normally where you go to get your stat points back, and where you go to change your element. Now we are here in the mission called Marked for Death, title dropping the game. I don't know. This might be a conclusive. There's also just this completely blank corridor, as if we might be in, like, you know, Wily stage 4 or 5. Alright, time to destroy the... Oh boy. This is quite the arena. The Dragonblood Oracle, born once in 100 years. We have watched intently as the strength of the Dragonblood grew with each passing generation. Ho ho ho. We must offer a word of gratitude to King Medius. He did well to gather despair and sadness in the Oracle's soul. This is truly a suitable vessel for our resurrection. Slightly misspelled. When we saved your clan from ruin in the Age of Creation, it was not on a mere whim. Cattle fertilize the land they feed upon, and humans fatten the cattle they then consume. And thus we deities enrich the souls of humans to then devour. Dragonblood Clan, your purpose was to serve as the sacrifice for our revival. We have longed for this moment when our plans would come to fruition. Last of the Dragonblood Clan, become our flesh and blood. We shall once again emerge from our lair and exact our revenge upon the Celestial. We are the Astral Dragon, Atrum. We shall consume the souls of all creation and return this world to chaos. Turns out both gods kind of suck. Atrium's an orb, by the way. I don't remember what this attack's about. Okay. I think this might be safe. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you have to knock the orb out of Amika, and then smack the orb a bunch, because the orb is actually Atrium. Oh god. And I think it is incorrect to take the Dragon Spear. Anyway, here's Atrium, reborn. Oh god. Right, I can destroy his arms. Oh god. I forget if destroying his arms is at all useful. No, it's not. I think the thing is, he doesn't have a choice. Like, you have the power. I think he has to let you use his power against him. I was not in a good position for that. Whew. I forget my strategy for this fight. Oh good, he touched me. He touched me to death. Oh my god. Spit your fireballs, buddy. I'm gonna start using healing items a lot more aggressively. There we go. Oh, right, no, it's that he wants you to become his vessel, and you having power is an essential part of that. You having its power is an essential part of you becoming its, a part of it. He wants you to be powerful so that he can use your power against you. I'm sorry, I could not answer those questions because I was trying to figure out what to do. Anyway, that mission is just a boss fight and gives you some pretty good rewards. Dragon Slayer. Seems unwise that he was carrying this around, but I know why he would do it. I know why a dragon would carry around every dragon slaying sword. He is perhaps smarter than he looks. If I take the power, he takes you. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, that's what you're saying. Okay, I understand. Yeah, if you take the Dragon Sphere, I guess then, yeah, he takes you over. Because you have the dragon power and you're a suitable vessel. Okay, that's understood. Maybe. Thou darest defy our revival, Dragonblood clan. This might answer our questions regardless. Haha. We understand now. It is the same in every age. Since the age of creation, it is thanks to us and the Celestial that humanity has survived. It is not humanity that feeds itself, but rather we who feed humanity. The Celestial has left, and we begin a long slumber. Humans, thou art victorious. Do what thou wilt with this world. As Atrum's voice faded away, so too did the Astral Dragon's power. The battle of vengeance between the Celestial and Astral Dragon came to a close. However... Surround the village! Light the flames! We shall not allow anyone from the clan who killed King Medius to live another day. By our swords we will judge their souls ourselves. Humanity's will remained, and thus began a war led not by gods, but by man alone. Hatred consumed without end. The legion of divine knights bereft of the Celestial's blessing, and the Dragonblood clan robbed of the dragon's power, continued to wage war. We don't have the cannon anymore. This is Empress again, I think. Without even a moment for words, the two took up arms against each other. Humanity continued to carve proof of their existence onto the land. Humanity lived for humanity's sake in a land abandoned by gods. Their strife persists to this day. I actually don't remember if this game has other endings. I think this game might have 3 endings. Alright, last dragon marked for death. That's a bit of a sad ending. I think it actually is a lot worse if you take the Dragon Spear. And I think maybe you need to beat the game with every character in order to like get true ending or something. Which I don't think really changes that much. Because humanity's a bunch of jerks, which they're saying, and yeah, I mean, who knows. I suppose I do win. I do win. I beat Atrum. I'm not cursed anymore. Oracle has been unlocked. Someone is in need of help, right? Oh, I heard some talk of a cave with a horde of monsters living in it. Many foolhardy adventurers have headed inside, but it seems none have returned alive. Beautiful. This game is not known for its plot, unfortunately. There might be a true ending. I'm pretty sure there's a true ending. I just don't remember how to get it. Let me check, actually. I'm gonna look it up literally right now, because I want to know. Is there a true ending? It's bad ending. Bad ending. Defeat the final boss with at least one death or revive during the fight. Death/revive during the fight using the Dragon Sphere. Neutral ending. Defeat the final boss with at least one death revive during the fight without using the Dragon Sphere. So that's the one I got. I got the neutral ending. Good ending is in quotes, so it's not promising. Defeat final boss without dying once. True ending. Beat final boss with dragon weapons equipped, the ones dropped by the final boss, after beating the final boss with all 4 characters in the same save file. So don't die, I guess, is the objective here. I should do it again and try to not die, I guess. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna see if we can get the good ending. We'll get the good ending and the bad ending. And at some point in the future, we will also get the true ending. I probably do not need quite so much. So my accessories are all... Oh, I have 15 agility, 8 vitality. Oh, 15 agility is coming from my weapon. I have 51 agility. The good ending's from getting good, I suppose it is. Or gearing yourself such that you don't have to get good. That's always an option, I guess. Depends on who you are. Okay, so I'm gonna unequip both of these. Do the bad ending first. Alright. I'm gonna mess with my accessories first though anyway. Because I can upgrade things. I could probably just get my best possible sword out. Like upgrade this bastard sword maybe. What am I using right now? Longsword. No, that's not what I want. What weapon am I using right now actually? Lucky sword? It's a level 20. Fine, I'll look at accessories. So yeah, what I'm looking for is leather choker, which I can upgrade to require level 35, which I can't equip. I had a vitality on. Yeah. The Dragon Slayer is hilariously expensive to upgrade because I believe it is intended to be best in slot for a while. Note that it requires level 50. This weapon's very expensive. And requires a very high level requirement in order to even be able to use it. One of the guides I looked at for like end games, like post game stuff, because you can go all the way up to level 100 in this game. One of the guides I saw was like, you want fully upgraded dragon weapons. And if you fight like level 50 Atrum or something, then he has a chance from that point on to drop them pre-upgraded, which is important because upgrading them is goddamn expensive. You called it right. Upgrading them is hilariously expensive. And by hilariously, I mean despairingly expensive. Honestly, I think I'll upgrade a vitality bracelet. Because I think this will help. Having HP. You spend orbs on things and it makes them better. That's what leveling up gear does. God, the level 40 version ups the vitality from 8 to 15. Okay. A lot of your stats in this game do just come from gear, so I'm leveling up right now, is basically what I'm saying. More money than I possibly read. Hold on the vitality bracelet. Oh, whoops. Well, whatever. Alright. I could also just do higher level missions and just kind of grind it out. But we'll see what happens. I'll use the Dragon Sphere if I've died. If I haven't died, I won't use the Dragon Sphere. Also, yeah, there's higher level versions of the final boss, and you can check the drop tables. I got a standard reward, unfortunately. But all of these increase your damage against Asura. That is true. I need more levels to equip better gear. Level 35 might be a nice breakpoint. Level 35 and level 40 might be a good breakpoint. Oh yeah, okay. So check this out, right? So we have the Empress weapons, right? And this weapon can also be used by Bandit. These are the weapons used by Warrior. 228 attack, unupgraded. 228 attack. Yeah, he's slow. He's slow for a reason. He's slow because math breaks in his presence. And yeah, Shinobi's attack is not very high with his weapons, and you get lots of magic attack with Witch's weapons. So, Pendant of Hope is also pretty okay. But Amulet of Darkness, that one's pretty bad. Well, that's kind of bad. It doesn't give you any stats. So, I can't yet look at the thing that's like the God drop, right? But there is a God drop that this guy has at like level 50 or higher, or maybe higher than that. Maybe higher than level 50. I was looking at the drops to be clear, so like Warrior's weapons dealing so much damage is just a product of he's slow but strong. He just has very high attack. By the way, farming this mission is a little annoying whenever when you have to do this walk every single time. Movement speed genuinely kind of just helps mitigate the annoyance a little bit. Okay. Oh, my agility went way down. I may have lost all of my hit count. Yeah, I'm even missing sometimes. 32 agility? That's a lot. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I cannot sack that much agility. I can't throw away that much agility. I'm losing a lot of damage. Alright, I'm just gonna have to heal more often. Heal more often and not get hit. I can't afford this. Leather choker. Maybe more leather chokers might be good. Because agility, again, to be clear, agility isn't movement speed or anything like that. Also, I might have accidentally selected the level 40 version, but I don't think so. Agility isn't movement speed, it's hit count. It basically is part of the damage formula. You want enough agility that you're hitting things multiple times, but not so much that you've hit your hit cap. Because if you're at the maximum hit count, then... yeah. Also, I like that you have 80 minutes for this fight. You have 80 minutes, genuinely. Just in case, you know. Another little bit of dialogue, and then there we go. So yeah, look at this. This is a lot better. Why can you spawn on me? How is that legal? Get out of here. Yeah, well, he has 32 agility. That's just a lot of agility he's got there. Right, fireballs. He's gonna spawn over here, summon his arms, and I can freely hit him during this. And then I have to dodge. Okay. Okay. Oh, great. Four fireballs. That's no fair. 5, 6. Yeah, he's got 6 fireballs. Actually, you know what? It might be better narratively to get the bad ending. I will get the bad ending for the narrative of the stream. Right now. And then we will end with the good ending. Maybe not the stream, but we will stop with the good ending. Got him. I used the Dragon Sphere, I died once. Messed me up, Outroom. Sword and accessory. That accessory could be good. Pendant of Hope +2. That seems quite good, actually. Well, actually, I don't know. Vitality and luck. It's kind of nice. It's definitely actually better than some of my stuff. Okay. Even with thy fleeting mortal form, thou hast acquired the strength to defeat us. The power of the astral dragon is to consume souls and grow ever stronger. Of course, this will do. Thou hast consumed so many souls before coming here. Thou art victorious. We shall allow thee to consume our soul. However, last of the dragon blood, listen well. The power we have bequeathed to thee is none other than that of the astral dragon. Since thou hast collected immense dragon power, thou shalt be reborn as a new dragon, with thy soul as its sacrifice. You actually get really fancy art for every ending, even the bad ending. I don't think I've ever done this. I didn't realize you had to die in order to get this ending. I was just like, oh, I'll just use the Dragon Sphere real quick. Ooh, ha, 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 ha. Thou hast done well to nurture a new body for us. Thou hast our utmost gratitude, Dragonblood. Our greatest expectations have been surpassed. We are the Dragon Outroom Reborn. We shall achieve our revenge and take back this world. The Reborn Outroom took to the sky, flying toward the heavens. Outroom struck at the Celestial not only for vengeance, but also to reclaim the world of man. Damn. Holy shit. That art. Outroom's cool, man. Soon after, a brilliant light shone from the sky, and the alabaster moon crumbled. Humanity witnessed this, and gathered at the imperial capital to pray to the Celestial. Their souls cried out to the heavens, but what deity did their cries reach in the end? The people of the land had no means of knowing what had occurred in the heavens that day. They knew for sure, however, that the blood moon shone down upon them from that day forward. For those gathered to pray, it felt as if it shone with contempt towards them. That is a worse ending than the neutral ending. We've managed to make things so much worse. Oh, never-ending war and the world is destroyed and humanity will always fight each other forever. Well, that sucks. Yep, we gotta go get the good ending. I'm not there yet. Let's grab some potions. Some potion. Just a single potion. I know how this fight works, so it should not be a problem. All I have to do is beat the fight without dying or collecting the orb. Yep, we did neutral on accident, we did bad on purpose, and now I'm gonna do good on purpose. There is also a best ending, which involves basically beating the game with every character. So that's something I'll have to do at some point. It's not something I've ever actually sat down and done. For maybe understandable reasons, because there's kind of a lot to play when you're thinking about that. And I mean, I guess this is good reason to farm the final boss, isn't it? Throw it. Okay. Just beating this boss with every character, but you have to re-unlock the boss. Once you understand how to get the flags, it's not going to be that big of a deal, though. Like, you level each character separately, so... Three fireballs. Dang it. So he summons his arms, and then he does his attack, which is this attack, which is not bad at all. He's gonna summon his arms again. He's almost dead. Dang. Come on. He forces you to wait for the Dragon Spear to respawn. The Dragon Spear spawning is part of his attacks. That's kind of wild to me. Alright, full health. Or full lives, full health. No Dragon Spear. What do we get? This is also the good ending in quotes I've heard, as far as I've heard. So I have no idea if this will even be all that good. We'll find out though. There is different CG art for each character though, so there's like different art to be had. We did not imagine the clan would reject their own blood. We will slumber once again, but the dragon blood will not end here. Dragon blood who defeated us, thou shalt become a new dragon, until we are able to return with the strength to rival Celestial. We will leave everything to thee. However, do not forget, despite thine own desires, your blood yearns for battle. It will call upon thee when thou taketh respite. Atrium's voice became distant until the astral dragon's presence had completely vanished. Atrium left one final message. The dragon blood's fate is to battle eternally with humanity. However... Oh, the Oracle. How am I alive? Only the astral dragon could have done this. But I can't hear Atrium's voice anymore, or even feel his presence. Have I lost my powers as an Oracle? The reborn Amika had indeed lost the dragon's power. The dragon blood still living and hiding also felt their powers fade away. In essence, the Dragon Blood clan had become no different from normal humans once again. In an instant, the one who took the power from the clan was now burdened with the entirety of it. Human no more, this served as proof for the one who had become a dragon. Many years later, amongst adventurers across the land, a rumor began to spread. Deep in the forest, you'll find a dragon whose eyes are filled with sorrow. Well, that did end the war, actually, so that's okay. All the Dragon Blood power that was in every member of the Dragon Blood clan went into your character, and everybody else was basically just no different from normal humans, so I suppose they were no longer looked at as heathens. That seems pretty good to me. Somebody calls that a quote good ending. It's a little bittersweet, but it's not bad. Also, this is cute music, actually. I like this. I like that ending. That's better. I guess you just have to not die. Don't die and don't take the orb. Maybe the guide I was looking at, I don't know if it was complete, It was a Reddit post, actually, so it probably wasn't complete. But so the post I was looking at said that bad ending is die and also use the orb. The neutral ending is die or... Was it die or use the orb? I'm not... Hold on, I need to check that now. Alright, I also need to talk over this music so that nothing bad happens to this video, because I don't know if this music's copyrighted, and that might not even make a difference, but we'll see. With at least one death without using the Dragon Sphere. Okay, so it's either one takes you out of the good ending. Defeat the final boss without dying, don't use the orb. True ending, beat final boss with dragon weapons equipped. So you have to use the weapons the final boss gives you after beating the final boss with all 4 characters in the same save file. Oh, you can use the... Okay. Whatever. It is unclear. It is unclear if Dragon Sphere use is allowed for good ending. I think they were bitter about bittersweet endings, truthfully. I think that a good ending is an ending that doesn't end in constant perpetual war before the Astral Dragon's inevitable revival, which I think might have kind of been what was going to happen. So, all right, I'm gonna stop that now. Actually, I did enjoy it though. I got some good pendants at least. Let me take a look at those. So I got the Vitality Bracelet. I got Pendant of Hope. This doesn't have defense. Yeah, you might as well not use it. The funny thing about the Dragon Sphere is that it doesn't really do much. It doesn't really help all that much. It's a full heal. It's a screen nuke that doesn't even do that much damage. It takes a lot of time to use it, which makes it annoying. And it gives you infinite DP afterwards, but the infinite DP doesn't even really feel like it's that good. It's great for Witch, but I don't know. I don't feel super positively about using the Dragon Sphere, basically, so I don't mind not using it at all. In fact, that might be part of the design of the narrative. It's supposed to kind of end up being a trap. Atrium doesn't actually give you any real power. Oh, there we go. There we go. Somebody was telling me about this move before. Look at that. After your big downward slash connects, you can press the attack button to pop up into the air. And if you do your slam attack again, it will be stronger. That's so cool. I'm actually unfamiliar with Advanced Guardian Heroes music, although I wonder, or music? I'm unfamiliar with basically everything about Advanced Guardian Heroes. I did play it a long time ago, but I did not pay any attention. So, and it was a very long time ago, so. God, my numbers have been quite good this stream too.
Yeah,
Not a lot of drop frames. Okay, so I got the Cavern of Torment. I'm just gonna go do this. We can talk Guardian Heroes or whatever and just hang out for a little bit. You see, Atrium's Den is also connected to the... I've already forgotten. Cavern of Despair. Is that where I am? Cavern of Torment. Of course you are, Atrium. Of course you're connected to the Cavern of Torment. Okay. So, Cavern of Torment is Pit of 120 trials, I believe. Two things that are spoilers. God. I don't know that I'm going to play Advanced Guardian Heroes, but other people in chat might, so if there are people out there who want to play Advanced Guardians Heroes, and if they like speak up, then it'd be bad to talk about it. You could actually put it in spoiler tags in my Discord or something. Just notate it as being about Advanced Guardian Heroes. I'll take a look because I don't know that I'm going to play it. I probably won't. Kind of eliminates the purpose of, hey, let's talk about that to kill time while I do the easy floors at the Cavern of Torment. I mean, it feels good to kill a boss in one combo, at least. So, you know. We take that. I actually don't even know if this place is procedurally generated or anything. I think it might be, but I'm not sure. I think you just fight stuff. It might be the Bloody Palace. Are there spoiler tags on Twitch? Can we get spoiler tags on Twitch? That'd be great. Actually, there are a number of other things on my Twitch wish list before that, but you know. P-Funke knows. Yeah. I was gonna say, I think I'm basically okay with spoilers. I just want to make sure nobody gets like... It's probably fine. Nobody's spoken up, so I think you can probably just talk about it. I want people to feel safe to read chat and stuff. So, I just don't want there to be like random spoilers. Game gave me a level 15 boss at basement 10. Now, yeah. Okay, so every 10th floor, you can go through the purple portal to get out, or you can go through the blue portal to proceed. And you get 15 minutes added to quest timer every time you clear a boss level. And I believe if you fail the quest, you die, so, or you don't get anything rather, so. Bad news. Bad news for people who do big, long, high commitment runs. I might be poisoned. This is also very much a gameplay game, by the way, if you weren't able to tell. The narrative's a little bit thin. Yeah, I am familiar with that much, that Advanced Guardian Heroes is an RPG. I remember seeing footage and being like, oh, the spells look so cool, and you level up. I love this game. When you beat an orb, you get plus 10 to a stat. We're on floor 15, so I believe we don't get any prizes. So, moving on. And I love all of the coins that you get, by the way, for those big drops. Killing lots of guys, getting lots of coins. That's basically my favorite pastime. Getting lots of riches. Got it. If you die, you basically get offered to deal with the devil. Wait, actually. I'll take those coins. There's a purple herb right there. Alright, who's this? Tornado guy? The Tornado Mancer? Alright, I'm gonna hop out of the mission now. Game actually keeps track of your time, which I didn't realize. So the final boss offers to revive you if you die, and gives you a huge stat boost if you beat bosses. I think I already might know where this is going, and it ain't anywhere good. When you get to the final boss, it takes the orbs from you. Okay, so Cavern of Torment. I've cleared the level 1 version and the level 11 version, and have unlocked the level 21 version. Checking the drop tables. The drop tables gradually get better as you go. And I think you get really good stuff from the Cavern of Torment eventually. People do like high-end Cavern of Torment runs just to see what they can pull off. Get lots of extra stuff. And I think I might be able to do the next segment, but I might not be able to go further than this. Going further than this might be dicey. But I wasn't like 1000% sure I'd be able to do it. If you died and revived, when you get to the last phase, it takes you over. Wow. It's kind of cool that they just let you play through most of the story, though. Like, I do think that's a pretty cool mechanism. Lets people play through most of the story, but maybe they don't get the true final boss. They don't get, like, a super happy ending if they die. But they can still play the whole game. You're not going to run out of continues. And it's, like, narratively, like, in the game. Which, that's something I've had a lot of experience with people just talking about, is how they very much love the idea. Ooh. They don't like losing, but they actually really like games where, God. I've lost my concentration. They really like games where there is some sort of narrative significance to everything. The main reason they don't like dying is because it's narratively inconsistent. It doesn't make any sense. You're the hero, you shouldn't die. And then you just go back in time? What? That's no fair. You know, like, it's just narratively kind of bad. But then they fell in love with Hades as a game. Because Hades does dying very well. Time effectively just passes without you. And characters form their, opinions and stuff. Characters form opinions or plot lines advance whether or not you're there to help them along. So, things like that are very cool, and I think are actually partially the key to getting people more okay with accepting difficult games, is giving people some sort of narrative assurance that actually this does make some internal logical sense. There's actually kind of there's a game that I used to think was really cool, and then I played it, and it actually turned out to be kind of awkward to control and stuff. But I'm sure there are people that are... What in the world? Lightning turret toads. What the... But yeah, I think it might be key to getting people into more difficult games. Giving people that kind of assurance of narrative consistency. And of course, Supergiant's been the one spearheading the operation with pretty much all of their games. After Transistor, their games after Transistor have all been have all had like elements of, don't worry if you died, the story still kind of continues. Right, as for this place being good to level up, I have no idea. I've never done like the post-game stages of this game. I actually don't even remember how I spent my time leveling up. I think I mostly just repeated quests at higher levels. Is this really what the game is going to throw at me? It's going to throw me this thing again? Well, it's going to throw me the other side of it, which, to be fair... I don't like no death runs either. I mean, I like the idea of no death runs having some kind of reward, but putting like exclusive cutscenes or bosses or something, maybe not. Not a winning situation. I don't think anybody really wins from that. So okay, I do like. So I like games having some sort of reward or incentive to do something challenging, right? I very much sympathize with the crowd of, but I really want to challenge myself, but there's no point. Why would I challenge myself if I could just not challenge myself and then beat it and then get all the achievements anyway or whatever, right? So I'm okay with there being meaningless token rewards behind doing certain challenges. I do sympathize with the kinds of people who want some kind of recognition for doing something cool, basically. But, like, don't put the final boss behind it. Like, shoot 'em ups are kind of brutal in that way, where they make you deal with fighting the final boss, no deaths. And then, oh, now you can, or no continues actually, isn't it? No credit clear is what it is. Either way, shoot 'em ups tend to do that. I sound really indignant about it, but I feel like I tend to sound angrier than I am. But giving people like special achievements, or maybe like a special clear screen at the end where you get to see your pilot's face or something, that's like pretty cool, you know? I like stuff like that, like art or a very special congratulations screen if you did it with no deaths. I'm something of a completionist, but I am not a completely dedicated completionist. Right, yeah, no continues for the entire game for no CC, yeah. I'm something of a completionist, but I'm not like so serious of a completionist that I would do things that are completely miserable. I actually know that Kirby Star Allies, it's a game I really want to play, is very much on my list. I love Kirby games, they're so cool. I've always really liked that Kirby games give you like modes that you can basically play through as every quote-unquote character, like the arena. Kirby Star Allies, I'm a completionist. Excellent. Right, so okay, Kirby Star Allies has a mode that you basically can just pick a copy ability, play as like a character that represents that ability, and play through the whole game. And if you do that, then that character gets a little medal. And I like that a lot. I like the idea of that a lot. And one thing I want to do, although I don't know if I'll get all the way through it, because I am completion-ish, is what I really want to do is I want to go through that mode with every character without even picking up the upgrades, because there are like upgrades mid-playthrough that you can get that like make you stronger. Wow, that was impressive. I want to just go through that mode with every single character though, and like get all of my like best times and stuff. I did multiple like gimmicky runs of DDD Tour in Kirby Triple Deluxe, which was not a particularly popular mode, but I liked it a lot. because it like tracked my times and completions and stuff. I just like I just like being able to do stuff and get some kind of token or recognition for it. I will even do hard things if the game's fun enough. So like I might do True Arena, like the game's equivalent of True Arena. By the way, you cannot play as Sleep, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure you can't. There is no character that represents Sleep. And yeah. Cumulative failure is like really rough when it comes to game design. Because in a sense, there are hardcore gamers that really, really like that kind of thing. There are hardcore gamers that really like that kind of thing. Like Diablo 2, where you spend your skill points and then your skill points are spent. That's all she wrote, you know? There's not really much of anything you can do about it. That was impressive. So, like, what if you spent your skill point on a bad skill? Well, Deckard Cain will generously allow you to reset your skill point expenditures like twice per character. I think there's like one quest that gives you an extra respec or something. You do not get a lot of second chances in Diablo 2. To be fair, Diablo 2 is an old game. But still, people like that kind of thing, and there is still a market for that kind of thing. It's just, it is rough. It does make the game a lot more unforgiving and a lot less accessible. Generally, I'm a fan of games that are very complex and numbersy, but then respecs are very easy. Because then you can do things like tailoring your loadout or your build to a specific situation. Warframe was the game that turned me on to that idea. Diablo 3 had something like that, where you could basically swap out your skills literally anytime you wanted. People were not happy about that, by the way. People were very upset about Diablo 2, or Diablo 3 rather. For a lot of reasons, but that was among them. And yeah, Warframe was the game that turned me on to that, because Warframe has the whole... The respec potion got a cube recipe. I think you might be right about that. I don't really know much about Diablo 2. Okay, so something you should know about me is I read a lot of wikis. I learn facts about games often without even playing them. But yeah, no, yeah, people were upset about Diablo 3. The point I was trying to get at is that Warframe was the game that turned me on to this. Because Warframe is, for all intents and purposes, just a third-person shooter. It just happens to have a lot of numbers in it. And you can very much specialize your build to certain situations. And early on in an account's lifespan, you may have to do that. Like, for a stealth mission, you're not going to have the mod that you can equip that silences your guns. You may need to specifically craft a weapon that is silenced, so that you can still kill things during the stealth mission. And like, that kind of thing actually is very cool. Yeah, that kind of thing is actually really great. Basically, if I were ever to make or design an action RPG, which is something that's kind of on my list of things I'd like to do someday, I would basically steal the whole idea of Warframe and its loadout system. You don't really spend points so much as you just equip gear that dictates what your moveset is or how effective your moves are. And building up a large repertoire of gear so you can adapt to all kinds of different situations is more what the game is about. Not leveling up so that you can specialize your character in a very particular way, only to be blindsided by an ice-resistant enemy in the third playthrough. Or not ice-resistant, oops, ice-immune. Because Diablo 2 had enemies that were elementally immune. Playing a caster was kind of hell, because you had to deal elemental damage. Or playing an elementalist, I think specifically, is kind of a nightmare, because if you were built entirely around using Frozen Orb, you might be in some trouble if the enemies are immune to ice. There'll just be things you straight up cannot kill. It's really rough. I also, by the way, I also really love that the chests give you the items without you having to wait for the animation. That was like one of the first things I tested in this game. Okay, this might actually take me a while to win. Wait, physical immune was real in Diablo 2? That is brutal. Oh wow, sweet. He's doing his fire breath while I'm behind him. Oh shit. Oh god. Alright, I died at 2 hits. This guy. I'm not, like, always a big fan of... Oh god. Fire breath has longer range than I remember. I'm not always a big fan of loadout systems, like, specifically for things like Call of Duty or whatever. Like, if it's an arena first-person shooter or something, I'm not a big fan of loadout systems. But Warframe made brilliant use of it. Oh. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, we're so close to Doom. I can't believe he can corner you and then breathe fire on you. That's like the most brutal attack. Holy crap. That guy, by the way, probably a lot easier as Shinobi. Alright. Yeah. I actually kind of got a little turned off of Warframe because it's hard to get stuff in Warframe these days. Warframe is a fairly grindy game, at the best of times, but it feels like lately it's kind of gotten worse about that. It's either gotten worse or I've just gotten less patient. So I just haven't really been playing Warframe. Though I do have, I'm like Mastery Rank 27 or something. Like Mastery Rank 26 or somewhere in there, because I loved like mastering everything that I could. You are supposed to swing over him, but like you're supposed to swing over him while he's charging. I know you're supposed to swing over him. It's just I don't connect the dots in my brain at the right time for that. Ooh, this guy drops a mighty sword now, potentially. God, nothing makes me feel cooler than looking at all these like amazing rainbows and banners beneath the items and stuff. The build times are insane too. Oh, Clark, I should explain. Warrior blocks enemies. Like that charge move with Warrior, you just press the block button and he halts his charge. That's what Warrior does. Warrior manipulates the enemies. The enemies obey his command. He's quite good. So Warrior actually does have a solution to the Ogre King. Warrior is not screwed. Thank God. And I think that's so cool. The fact that other characters cannot like physically block a character, but Warrior can. That's one of the features of him that's really cool. I found that out by like actually testing him last time I streamed this on Friday. Warrior's actually got the moves he needs. Oh, Clark, I guess another thing that you missed, although I think I may have mentioned, is I did play through Hollow Knight. I don't know if you were interested in like playing that someday, but it was a good time. Hollow Knight's really fun. I also sincerely feel like it might drive you completely insane because there are some traits of the Hollow Knight bosses that I did not learn very quickly at all. It is the maddening type of content in certain places. Unfortunately, now I know how to play it, so it'll never be interesting again. Well, it'll be interesting for other reasons, like me being amazing. Part of it is that new Warframe content can just feel like another island of grind. That's something I understand. Because they'll add, like, new stuff to an area, and if you're a veteran who's already played all the content, you have already experienced that area, you've passed that area, you're not interested anymore, right? Jupiter was the big thing where I was thinking about that being really annoying, I think. Like, the Jupiter tileset rework was great. It was really cool, and I really appreciate it. And I had to grind Jupiter content specifically for days to be able to get the new stuff. You have no idea how many times I have fought the Ropalolist. I had to farm 2 wisps because of the helmet thing that they added. I have fought the Ropalolist so many times, to the point that I had it down to a science. Like if you watch a Savage raid or like a Mythic raid or whatever in an MMO, my fights against the Ropalolist were just that, where I was already at the next place I needed to be at whenever the telegraph happened. That got a little maddening to me. And like there's nothing to break up the pace, because if you're a veteran to Warframe, then you have already experienced all the other stuff. You already have all of the rewards. There's nothing really to do. Ropalolist is a fairly bugged fight. I accidentally unequipped my thing that was giving me health. That's really unfortunate. I have run into some of the Ropalolist bugs, but I have not run into the worst ones. I have heard really bad things about the Ropalolist that I have never seen. Like, people getting grabbed by the Ropalolist and then just being soft-locked indefinitely. Like, I've heard of that happening. I have never in my life. Like, that has never happened to me, but that doesn't mean it can't happen, of course. Just, I think I might have been lucky, or I was just doing something that other people... Like, I wasn't doing something other people were doing. Anyway, yeah, the point is, for veterans, the islands of content are absolutely terrible. They might be good for newcomers, though, is maybe, like, that was something I was going to get to, right? Is if you're new coming into Warframe, there's going to be so much content, you're probably going to have no rightful clue in what order to tackle it in. But the point is that if you're grinding for something and you are bored of it, rest assured, you will never run out of things to grind, not for a very long time. There is that upside, whereas if you just keep adding content to the end of the game, if you tack on all of the gameplay as like additional content tiers to the very end, then that becomes a lot less accessible for new players, but maybe a lot more interesting for old players. Things like the Helminth are what I'm talking about with that. Like the Helminth system was a really good idea that made me want to play the game a lot. And then I got to the point where I had farmed every star chart Warframe, including obviously the ever lovely Wisp. And then I was like, okay, I don't need to do this anymore. I was fortunate that I had a group to play with for all of Deimos, because there was a lot of Deimos I had to run, and I was I was just pleasantly close to the Helmet segment, basically. Dead. But I do really like the helmet system. I just don't like... I feel about the helmet the same way that I do about... oh, this is gonna come out of nowhere. Composing music. I could market myself as somebody who has confusingly bizarre metaphors. How about that? Where, okay, so like I get overwhelmed with options is the thing. Choice paralysis is the name of the system. Choice paralysis is practically the identity of the Hellman system. You could either just play it safe and put roar on everything or whatever, or you could think of like weird, ridiculous ideas, like putting, I don't know, Splinter Storm on basically anybody, and you start and I feel like you get like really interesting ideas with that. Or you could be like me and take Ice Blast off of Frost, which frankly is the most intuitive thing to do, and then you place your second Snow Globe, and then look at the first one, and then use, I don't even remember an ability name off the top of my head, help. You just look at the other one and then Empower, and you're like, oh crap. I can't delete Snow Globes anymore. I just can't do it anymore. Oh no. Ice Blast is is Frost's worst ability, and is also simultaneously his most important ability. Alright. Level 35. Alright. Anyway. The Helmet system is an adventure in choice paralysis. And as for the music composition thing just kind of coming out of nowhere, I've been watching a really great guy called something Cicada, I forget. Shiny Cicada? I don't remember. He makes music. I've been watching a guy compose music on YouTube, and he does like music making streams and then puts highlights up on YouTube. He does really, really gimmicky cool stuff, like the latest video of his I watched was he turned his fire alarm sound into a song at like 5 a.m. because his fire alarm went off whenever he was not finished sleeping. Just like I don't know, he's a great guy, great composer, and I think he's super cool. And he's made me want to start making music. And frankly, what better way to search out music to play on Twitch than by just making it? You just make your own music, and then I would not recommend that to everybody, but my name came from a character in a rhythm game. I have a strong, strong affinity for music, so it's definitely something I could get into. I think I do decent damage still. Let me just check something. Hold on. Check equipment. Nice! Plus 50% physical damage to level 10 plus enemies. Hey, P-Funke. This seems like an amazing damage bonus that works on everything, doesn't it? It doesn't. It works on things that are 10 levels above you. It's not level 10 plus, it's 10 or more levels above you. I don't one-shot those guys anymore? That is sad. So I don't play Pokemon. You know what one of my guilty pleasures is, though? Minecraft. But not like vanilla Minecraft. It's not really a guilty pleasure either, I guess, because Hatsune Miku made Minecraft. There's nothing to be jealous about, or guilty about. But I hope you get that joke, oh my god. But I play modded Minecraft sometimes. I dip into it. It's hard to stick around with it if I don't have somebody to like hang out with while I do, but it is great fun to play modded Minecraft. I like it whenever it's very complicated to build things. That is one of my favorite things. Is just how incredibly in-depth the crafting is in modded Minecraft, not modern Minecraft. Also, yeah, I'm kind of at my weakest with this weapon whenever I am 9 levels under something. Which is kind of similar to what I'm experiencing right now, actually, because these guys are like level 40 and I'm level 35. Which is, that's unfortunate, is what that is. Right, I think there's like jars up here. Just smash them. But Minecraft mod pack I've been wanting to play lately more is, I think, called Dungeons, Dragons, and Space Shuttles. Because I said I like it whenever building things is very complicated. One of the things that they feature there is that some of the crafting requires 5x5, 7x7, or 9x9 crafting tables. Like, they have custom crafting tables specifically for that mod pack. It's practically its own game, where it's basically an engineering simulator at this point, rather than just being Minecraft. So, I guess what I'm saying is that I like playing everything that isn't Minecraft, but is vaguely shaped like Minecraft and can be socketed into Minecraft. Ow. I actually remember whenever I first saw Minecraft, I didn't like it. I had no hype, no enthusiasm for the game at all. But I saw Terraria and was like, oh my god, there's boss fights and combat and equipment upgrades. I played Minecraft and felt like I beat it in 2 hours because I got iron gear. Which isn't really true, and it's especially not true anymore. That was also like weeks ago, back when like Notch was kind of around, but before Microsoft got involved or anything. Long before then. Before the Ender Dragon existed, to be clear. Like, there wasn't even an Ender Dragon at that point. I got Iron Gear and was like, okay, understood. I found Diamond Gear and they were like, this is the strongest. And I'm like, okay, I beat the game. I got it. I got all the gear. Are there any bosses? Is there anything I could do with this gear? They're like, no. I'm like, alright. But what you can do is you can put a pressure plate on a fence post. Which... that makes a table, by the way, if you're not familiar. Kind of. It's not a table in any practical sense, but it looks like a table. Anyway, I don't know. I didn't always have the highest opinion of Minecraft. I saw Terraria and was like, oh my god, tables do things. Also, you can craft tables. Wow. And I basically just played non-stop Terraria until I learned about mod packs. I don't really know why I'm sharing this story. Basically, I guess so that I can have something to say. Also, Clark, there's your mobility, by the way. Gotta equip your small sword so you can rocket jump up ledges. But I think I ended up learning about mod packs through the Oxcast ultimately. And some of my favorite mechanics are like pioneered by like mod makers and stuff. It wouldn't be an over-exaggeration for me to say that I think mod makers are pivotal to the advancement and health of the games industry. They're so important. It's so good. You know what? There might actually be a weaponist. I'll cast Magi. Heck yeah. I was thinking, so like there's the thing at the bottom, right? You can assign shortcuts to stuff, but I don't know how. It might be in tips somewhere, and if it is in tips somewhere, it's like buried. So. But you're right, like there should be a more convenient way to access different stuff in this game, because it is not especially convenient. The quality of life is fairly poor in a couple places in this game. It's actually something I want to talk a little bit about. Maybe this is like better suited to Twitter or something, but... Oh yeah, this guy's level 40 now, so he's shooting a 3-way shot of the poison stuff. And I think he has a new thing he does during this attack. Yeah, that attack is new. The big water spray thing that he does, that's new. Same with the bubbles. Enemies get more moves as they level up, it's great. Okay. Thing I was going to talk about is crafting systems, because there are a lot of games that have crafting systems. MMOs especially have crafting systems. This is a level 35 weapon that I'm leveling up, by the way. Wow, that is great. Right. So lots of games have crafting systems. MMO RPGs have crafting systems rather often, etc. Lots of games have crafting systems. Censored. Some people don't like crafting systems very much, and sometimes crafting systems just feel really boring. Well, you know what I really like in a crafting system? I don't need it to be like super crazy like Final Fantasy XIV's, where Final Fantasy XIV gives you like 20 different skills that are all like separate things that influence the quality of the item that you craft. It's this whole mini game that's turn-based and complicated. So it doesn't need to be like that for me. All I need, and I can illustrate this in Dragon Marked for Death, which is the only reason I'm bringing it up. All I need is to feel like I have my hands on the materials. So I get to choose which materials I use to improve this item. There is no optimize function, I put them in the item, kind of. Like, that seems like a petty small thing, but it's been consistent. Any game where I like crafting systems, the more you handle the items, the more it feels like you handle the items directly, the more I end up enjoying it. By the way, I am, speaking of crafting, upgrading this katana, because this is good. Ah, it doesn't require very many materials. But yeah, and it's something I was thinking about just because I was the one who brought up Minecraft. I like that you drag the items into the grid and put them down, and like, it's tactile. It's not a very significant interaction that you have to make, but it's tactile. And something I really like in Minecraft mods is that often there are crafted items that require other crafted items to get. By the way, selling high-level accessories is actually a really good way to get money. I don't know that I'm ever using the ribbon brooch. I'm actually truly never going to use the ribbon brooch. It's kind of bad. Iron badge. Yeah. But I like touching the items, basically. Is pretty much what I like the most. See, this is pretty good. I'm gonna keep that. Okay. Now I can upgrade the dragons. Well, I can't upgrade the Dragon Slayer. I might be able to upgrade the Dragon Slayer at some point soon. But probably what I'm gonna do is I'm going to farm a higher level version of Atrum and just get the higher level drop directly and save my gold for better things like leveling up my katana. Deals more damage versus Devas, which is pretty sweet. And we can see what the max level version of this weapon is. Preview it. Kikuichi Monji. Yeah, that's a good name. I like that name. So 46 attack, 9 strength and agility. And nothing is 10 levels above me, so this is pretty good. It's also got crit on it. Compared to my current sword, which is 44 attack. Lots of agility. I have less crit though. That has more luck. That might actually be increasing my drop rate. Oh, wait, 46 attack versus how much? 44? God. This game is so stingy with its attack power. Okay, so I don't know what my next goal would be with this character if I were to keep powering up this character. I'm probably going to be calling it soon, but this would be like maybe part of the idea, is you go here and you exchange coins for these items. This is actually quite a good sword. Because it has the plus 50% physical damage, but to level enemies that are 5 or more levels above you instead of 10 or more levels. And bonus physical damage versus primals, which is most non-boss enemies in the game. And like even things like ogres, I think. So this is a lot of damage actually. It's just that the numbers on it on the right side are not impressive. And yeah, this weapon I used for a while, I think. Because I got a rune analyze, but I didn't use this one. I wanted this one. My goal was to increase my intelligence and my magic attack a lot and be able to use this weapon, but the materials for it are just not easy to come by. By the way, this is what intelligence is useful for Empress, is specifically a weapon like this one that deals magical damage. Because it deals magical damage, it, is increased by int. The problem with this, actually, though, is that the fire status effect only enhances physical damage. So you can't benefit from setting things on fire with this type of build anymore. You need to have a lot more raw damage on it. This continues to deal magical damage. It's a little better. It's got some pie in it. Delicious. I think. Yeah. This is quite good, but it is a level 100 weapon, so it might not be that good. But yeah. Other things that the Bazaar has for people like Clark who haven't been here for this whole game. This is how you get the super powered healing items. So like I could actually be running elixir plus 2s, but I didn't feel that the extra 25% HP was really making a difference. And they are more expensive to exchange for. You can exchange your like copper pieces and Pagnus coins and stuff, those things I've been picking up. You can exchange them for various very powerful healing items. Heal 250 HP and give regen for 5 minutes. What? Like, these items are insane. And I can only imagine it's because they were like, okay, look, we don't want to make people like buy holy water anymore. Holy water's terrible. Holy water heals a flat amount of health. Herbs heal percentage-based health and can be good, but like, you could get the elixir though. Like, you know what I mean? And the fact that it nullifies all statuses means it also removes them. It's just very strong. Powders are basically candies that heal and buff people in an AoE, I think. Candies give the stat buff by default. So these aren't really all that amazing unless you have a whole bunch of like-minded characters who like the same stats. Even then, I don't know if it works. Anyway, every character has a favorite food. Empress's favorite food is raspberry bread. And a character's favorite food will heal 30% for everybody who isn't that character, 100% for that character. You can upgrade it, and it basically does everything. It will fully heal you, increase all of your stats by 10, and nullify all statuses for 5 minutes. Again, how is this in the game? This is like something that just got me excited. I have a lot of warrior favorite foods, actually. Plum rice ball, I have 4 of those. I have 4 apple pies for the witch. Sweet pastry. Beef sandwich. Bandit likes the beef sandwich. Upgraded candies give like better stats. It's the rainbow candy that gives you all the stats. You get the idea. There's very good things in there. There's actually one other thing I want to do, but I have to return to the title screen first. Which actually means that we'll be going for a little longer than I had anticipated. You see, I did unlock a new character. And I'm planning on streaming something different this Friday, so I want to show the new character while I can. The Oracle has a variety of support magic at her disposal and an equally diverse range of attacks. Simultaneously equipping a physically powerful greatsword and a magic crystal specialized in party support allows the Oracle to adapt to any scenario. However, without the effects from her supports, the Oracle cannot reach her full potential. She must take time to activate her supports between attacks. Ooh, I like the green. And I'm gonna blitz past the voice selections. I believe you don't have to beat the game with Oracle to get the true ending. They said 4 characters. The Astral Dragon Atrium sacrificed itself to save a clan on the brink of death, devastated by war. As proof of their blood contract, the clan had the dragon's scar carved into their bodies. Right, this is the actual lore behind Atrium. I thought this was like retelling the stuff from before. It's weird that the Oracle goes to save the Oracle, but you know. Oh yeah, okay. That's just a slightly different story. Where... Okay. So you just fling the sword at people, and it's really cool. You can also hold up to do this, and hold down to do this. Make it spin around you. Making it spin around you is not really all that useful. You can also press Y to automate your sword's actions, but it will cost DP to perform. The game wants me to do this. I am very feeble as an Oracle, you see. I know how magic use works, though. I'll just do that to streamline this a bit. The slash attack cuts immobile foes well. Yep. Like that. Also, I genuinely don't think guard form is very good. I think this is kind of terrible. Given how low the damage is, I just don't really think it's particularly good. It might be good, and I might be wrong, but I don't think so. I can hold down and like do this, and my sword will just orbit me for a while. And that's like pretty cool. Like the fact that you can deploy your swords as options in whatever formation you want at the cost of DP, and they just sustain that formation, that's really cool. That's a really cool thing about the Oracle. Wait, what did I do? What spell is that? I thought that was the levitate spell. Huh. Wait, what am I... Oh, right. You can use the red face button, the right face button, and you will get up to 3 swords. So now I can do this, and just rip saw through the enemies. Feather spell is AAA, and it lets you do a double jump, and you get like a little hover after you do it. Left. Crap. I missed it. Continuous thrust form. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the spell. This spell, the hourglass one, that's the one I think that refreshes your stuff. So. So it's not just the blender move. The continuous stuff is not just blender form. It's whatever attack you input with it. So like if I input this with the continuous, then it'll just do this over and over. If I do this with continuous, it'll do this over and over, etc. Alright, Dragon Boost. Dragon Boost makes your swords better. Also, I forgot, the thing that refreshes the time on your buffs actually costs DP to cast. Kind of a lot of DP to cast as well. So, 2 bars. Yeah, Oracle's a really weird character. Oracle's just very unusual. I also think Oracle's really enjoyable and really strong, but you have to kind of get used to her. And it's not like I've played through the whole game with her. Maybe there's just a point where she falls off. But... Press. Dragon Advent. So Dragon Advent costs DP to perform. It's not particularly strong, but it has a very big AoE. And the nature of it depends on the enemies that you're fighting. This guy distracted me in a conversation long enough to make my swords expire. Anyway, I'm gonna do this. Goodbye. So that's kind of part of why I think Oracle's pretty good. You don't even have to be tied down to kill things. You don't have to be tied down in attack animations or anything. All you gotta do is throw your swords at them and walk away. It's really fun. Alright, how much... I'm gonna just make sure I have enough agility. I don't want to ever have to worry about agility. Hey, it's the ritual. I get informed by this guy that there are quests in this video game. Bye. I'm skipping it as fast as I can. Some cutscenes can be skipped, some cutscenes just rapid fire the dialogue. Okay. What if you base an entire character around the Heaven Sword from Soten? Dude, I love the Heaven Sword in Soten. Soten is amazing. Soten has like so many genuinely unique weapons. And I think that I feel like it's almost kind of hard for Metroidvanias to have a lot of weapons and then also I think it's hard for Metroidvanias to simultaneously have a lot of weapons and for them all to be unique and distinct. Basically. And Soten is one of the games that does a pretty good job with that. Not that the weapons are all good, But like something like the Jewel Sword, forcing enemies to drop gems that you can sell for money, that's at least a cute effect, right? I really wish Metroidvanias did that more often, but you don't often see stuff like that. Of course, the Heaven Sword is amazing too, because it has its own dedicated, at the time, absolutely mind-blowing animation. And I'm sure it's still mind-blowing, I just haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't really know. I think it's still pretty cool. It's got like a swifty little streak behind it, doesn't it? It's got like a cool translucent white streak that follows it. So it should make it look like it's moving fast, by the way, like speed lines, not like anything else. By the way, I was literally about to say, Clark, I do not know what the deal is with the pumpkin. Maybe it's like yeah, I have a jack-o'-lantern equipped. Both of her weapons show up on her, so it's my jack-o'-lantern. It gives me magic attack and night vision, I guess. I don't know if that's some sort of Halloween thing. Like maybe she came out on Halloween. Like I have no idea. I think I need to pay a visit to this shop real quick. You see, there's a fast travel system for town, but they were like, well, what if magic runes are in its vapor trails? Yes, okay. It's runes. That's why I like it. I like it when text appears in gameplay fields. I don't have an explanation for that. I have no reason. But like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, when you kill the book enemies, they have like the most amazing death animation because just words come out of them. The book explodes while the words come out. Like that. What is that description? If you didn't know what I was talking about, you would think I was insane. But I love it. It's so good. I love runes. They're amazing. God, okay. This is the jump spell. This is the sword spell. That's not right. And then you can maintain all these buffs. Now this is regen, I think. It is not visible on my character, however. Magic runes, laddie. I actually missed the J whenever you said that the first time. Magic runes, laddie. By the way, I love that you could just do the sword twirly thing. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast this spell, but I'm gonna level it up. That only generates one sword. It doesn't have one pip, so I guess it doesn't level up. This has one pip, so if I level it up, level 2. Yeah, I know I don't have a health meter in town. Yanado. I just thought a green number would pop up. Like, I thought it would heal you even if you're a full. I was actually trying to test if it refreshes when you do the refresh all your buffs thing. Two-handed sword is much stronger, and I can equip it. I will do so. And what can I swap these for? So this is the great part, by the way, of having played through the game with one character, is that all of your spare equipment is available for all of your other characters. I could raise my strength with an ogre bangle. I guess I'll just keep my defense. The sword wasn't red. The sword was red when it was about to expire. Oh, wow. I completely neglected to think that her swords might actually change appearance when you equip a new sword. So, see, the sword's green, right? The secondary sword is kind of on the right while I'm standing still. And if I summon it again, it's still green. Like, all of my swords are green. So... the swords do turn red eventually. It's going to be a little bit, but whenever they're about to expire, they'll turn red. Yeah. That's pretty well animated. Alright. Pretty nifty little animation. Alright, we'll do one more mission. Oh yeah, once you have unlocked the Cavern of Torment, you can play it with any character. It's great. That's kind of why it starts at such a low level, because you could just play new characters in it. Oh yeah, you were asking about like, what do you do to level up in this game? That seems to just be a healing spell. I might need a different casting focus. Wow, a Mimic is my first chest in a real mission. Do I just have unnatural luck with this character? It's possible. Once you've unlocked the Cavern of Torment, you can just do it with any character. Unless I was about to say something else about unlocking. Right. I was gonna say, whenever you're trying to level up a character, that was another thing I was trying to say. Is, if you want to level up a character, I like to just do the lower level versions of every quest, and you will inevitably get a lot of experience. I've heard that past level 50 to 60-ish, it's better to get experience from kills. You'll level up faster that way. I might have also been talking about scrolls. Because, like, wasn't it with Witch, there was, like, a healing spell and a regen spell, and those were separate, and they depended on your equipment? I think this is just an immediate heal. There's the first flag. That's how it works. Takes too long. Gotta refresh that too often. I wonder if there's a way to make the buffs last longer. I really like this character, by the way. This character's really fun. Having a double jump is frankly a miracle. Having a double jump and an attack that isn't awkward unless you've dashed into an enemy before, those are amazing traits to have. Shinobi's attacks do kind of suck if you haven't like dashed into an enemy already. Oh, I think there is a good use for the guard stance. I think it might generate DP faster. Not sure. Also, the guard stance makes a lot more sense whenever you have all three swords. Yeah, I feel like she's also just kind of the most fun in terms of you can do expressive things like buzzsawing an enemy to death with all of your DP if you've decided that you've had enough of them. Give me the buff. So okay, I want to talk about the next game I want to play, which I've been trying to resist playing it for a while. Not for like a long while, but ever since again I found out it was like on Game Pass. is I've been wanting to play Ori and the Will of the Wisps, especially whenever somebody compared it to Hollow Knight. So I think that's what I'm going to be playing next. In fact, it's on my schedule, so I have to play it next. That's how it works. It's a much more combat-focused game. Not than this, but than the first Ori game. But that's about all I know. I'm pretty blind to the game. I think pretty much the only thing I know about it is that it has a bow and you can equip things. So, not a lot. I don't know a lot. So it'll be another pretty cool blind run to be able to do. Unless there's something drastically wrong that makes it, like, impossible to do blind. But I don't think that there will be. It's an Ori game. There's no way that the map design is just outright cool. Now tell me that's not cool, right? Look at that. Oh, I don't have enough DP. Just hold on to this for a little bit. So good. And again, I may come back to this game for the true ending and stuff, but I realize there's not a lot for me to talk about in this game, unless I'm just talking about, like, Warframe or something. Warframe or Minecraft or crafting systems or whatever. Whatever it is. Oh my god. I'm the most irresponsible wizard. Let my buffs drop at all points in time. God, that's so brutal though. Oh wait, really? What did I do? Right, this is how I get my levitation. I never went up here before, by the way. Brand new content. There are 3 jars and 2 platforms. Wow. So much choice. Frankly, I'm impressed. I don't know why I'm being so mean to the game now. Just, yeah, no, there's nothing interesting up there, don't worry about it. Alright. Ogre King. You know what's great? If you haven't seen this cutscene before, you can read all the text and your buffs will expire while you're doing it. The other really great thing is, God, what am I even thinking of? You can just jump over him. And if you're actually a Fire Elemental Oracle, presumably you can actually do something to make him take more physical damage, maybe, so that this doesn't take quite as many swings. The Oracle's sword technique is all about quantity over quality. Alright. Here we go, though. That's it. That's all we got. Ooh, Jack-o'-lantern +2. That's actually pretty good. That's a pretty good drop, actually. Happy about that. That's 2 more level ups. Great. I think I might still... Oh, I don't know if I need that much more agility. I kind of want more vitality, but... I'll do an agility and a strength. There we go. Oh no, somebody needs help. All right. We'll find the help, and then we'll put a close to the stream, I think. Nobody in the black market needs help. But you need help. There you go. All right. I will help you. That is the most pointless thing I've ever done. I need to check something else, actually. Quick spell, yeah. YB, XB, AB. Reduction, decreases DP consumption. Start an armor spell. Look, I've got a quick spell now. And I can level it up and move at maximum speed. And the best part is, I can refresh all of these buffs. So now I'm quick, I have a double jump, I have 3 swords. This is why Oracle is so good. Because all of your buffs refresh when you refresh your buffs. All of them do. It's so good. Alright. Yep, let's hit up the Jack-o'-lantern. And yeah, that is plus 16 magic attack. And plus 3 magic accuracy, which, as far as I understand, has no effect on the gameplay really at all. Judging by the pro DMFDers that showed up before. And that's your buffs. Look at that, look how fast I am. God, I'm so fast, I'm so mobile. This is perhaps the most mobile character. Most well-rounded character. You have to maintain these buffs, but it's still pretty cool. Alright. Well, I'm gonna stop for now. But I have equipped the better pumpkin. So, that I think is satisfying. Actually, though, magic accuracy is very important. Man, I don't know. Every guide says something different. The spreadsheet I was looking at says that magic accuracy doesn't affect... It basically is only the accuracy part of int, and raising int is better. Like, the concept of magic accuracy is good, but raising int is a better way to get it. That's what I understood. I'm going to chill here on my end screen and maybe have a little bit of a chat with Lancer about it. Because we can talk a little bit before I hit the end. Oh, also, the delay isn't gone. Duh. Okay. I guess it didn't change mid-stream. Imagine getting multi-hits on each hit of Blender. I think that happens. I mean, you get like 2 or 3 hits or something at most with Greatsword, so... I'm sorry, you're gonna hear this. No, they're all 1-hits. That's unfortunate. What's kind of backwards? Just sitting on my end screen for a little bit. I basically want to give the stream time to resolve. I generally just stay quiet.